What's good, everybody? What's good? How y'all doing this afternoon? How we feeling about the new video? What up, Kid Goku? What up, Pele? OBITO mid-high diff? What makes you think that, Munin? What up, Space? Madara is stomping this boy? Hey, I think I'm with you, bro. I'd agree with that. Today we are going to be reacting to Madara versus Obito, but not just one video. Hopefully I get around to reacting to both Dygoknight's and NCHammer's respective videos on this topic. And at the end of the stream, after we've watched both of them, I'm going to have you guys vote and decide which one had the better video, who had the better logic, the better reasoning, the better arguments. How does that sound to you guys? I think that's a pretty fun stream topic. What up, Satri? Banger video earlier today. Hey, man, I appreciate that a lot, bro. It's been getting a lot of support. It's performing better than most of my videos so far. And I'm really proud of it. I'm really happy with how Naruto versus Minato came out. If you guys haven't checked out Naruto versus Minato yet, I really suggest you do. I think it's one of my best videos that I've made so far. It's definitely my favorite. I had a lot of fun making it. Oof. I got some snacks right here. Y'all ever had those Nerds gummy clusters? These things are so good, bro. Finished like 5 bags of these things, my fat ass. Edo Madara will win mid-diff. Alright. Love the Naruto versus Minato video, by the way. Hey, bro, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. That was, like I said, it was a lot of fun for me to make. It was months in the making. A lot of effort went into it, so I've been getting a whole lot of positive feedback. There have been a few weirdos in chat, you know, the normal people. But other than that, I think a lot of people were receptive to it. And I think most people enjoyed it. EMS Alive Madara versus White Mask Obito is more fair, but Edo wins. Yeah, I just remember whenever I reacted to... whenever I reacted to Swag Kage's video, I believe I did EMS Madara in the poll, so I decided to do Edo Madara this time, since I assume that's who they're talking about. What up, Rex? How you been, bro? NCHammer and Dygoknight, the two YouTubers known well for their bad takes. Yeah, we're gonna find out who's better today. This is about to be the battle of whose takes are the worst. Yeah, that's gonna be accurate. I can't wait. We're gonna vote at the end of the stream. We're gonna see who had the better video on this topic. What's up, Super Anime God? How you been, bro? Hey, yo, Cereal in chat. What's good, bro? Hi, Loco. Huge W with the Naruto versus Minato scaling. Accurate, unbiased Minato scaling. It was awesome. Hey, man. Once again, I really appreciate that. Put a lot of hard work into it, so I'm glad all of you enjoyed it. Hope I'm not late. Nah, bro, you're right on time. I just started it maybe 5 minutes ago, so I'm just waiting for a few more people to come in, and then we can start reacting to the video. I remember watching Daigo's Madara versus Obito video. What would you rate it? 1 out of 10. No spoilers, though. No spoilers. I want to do a blind reaction. All I have to say is Madara supremacy. Facts, bro. Madara is pretty cracked, though. So, every time I make a stream, I always put up a poll on the channel. And so far, Edo Madara is beating Obito with the Edo Jinchuriki 65% to 35%. So, majority of the people that have voted so far think that Edo Madara wins. So, What do y'all think about that? From what I remember, I think Daigo's video was the 7 out of 10. All right, all right. I've been great, bro. Once my editors are done, my Heavy Sasuke versus B video gonna come out. Hey, send me the link to that. I'll check it out in my free time whenever it comes out. I'm interested to know what you think. Edo Madara isn't getting impressed by the Bijou. It's like the Land of Waves arc where there's like two powerhouses, Zabuza and Kakashi. The Bijou are like Team 7 trying to help Kakashi. They aren't doing shit. I wouldn't say they're not doing anything. I think that full transformation Bijou with their perfect Jinchuriki would definitely press Madara to the point where he'd need to use the perfect Susanoo. But from there on, Madara might take it. Especially because the size scaling when it comes to the Bijou is so inconsistent. Like, during the war arc, you see them standing all side by side to each other, and they're about as large as Naruto's KCM2 avatar is, the Kurama avatar. And Naruto's avatar is about the same size as Sasuke's full body Susanoo, which is nowhere near as big as a perfect Susanoo. So you could just say that the Bijou are dwarfed by a perfect Susanoo, but that's kind of inconsistent. It's kind of weird. Kishimoto just draws the Bijou really weirdly. Their sizes are ever changing. I don't see a way for Obito to get through the perfect Susanoo. There is Kamui. I can see the main argument in Obito's favor being Kamui, but I think Madara would figure something out for that. Yeah, the best counter to that would be wood clones. That way Obito wouldn't know which one is the real Madara, and his best win con would be to pull Madara into the Kamui dimension, because other than like the Rinnegan abilities, he doesn't have any like sealing jutsu that's confirmed, if I remember correctly. So really his best win con to take down Edo Madara would be to seal him inside the Kamui dimension. And if he doesn't know which one is which, if he pulls in the wrong one, all Madara has to do is, like the real Madara, forces him to phase, and then the fake clone Madara can damage him inside the Kamui dimension. Also, I didn't know NCHammer did a Madara versus Obito video. Yeah, he did. I didn't read with Jinchuriki, although that doesn't change much since EMS Madara is significantly above full Kurama, and half Kurama is greater than the rest of the tailed beasts. What's your reasoning for putting Madara above full Kurama in terms of power? Like, overall, like, Madara can control the QB and all that stuff, but, like, in terms of, like, deadass AP, like, big booms and stuff. Wood clones are using Susanoo and bullying them? What's good, who is Ray? We're talking about all versions of Madara versus all versions of Obito in this video. I'm actually not sure. I always do blind reactions to these kinds of videos, so I'll find out as soon as you do. I'm pretty sure I looked up Madara's perfect Susanoo and is around 120 meters tall. Damn. I think White Mask Obito is a massive threat to Edo Madara if he underestimates him. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like Madara would. He's like, bro, who the fuck are you? Like, you're just a kid running around with these pets on a leash. No way, bro. Susanoo is stronger than the full QB. Yeah, but what makes you think that? Cal. Wait, can't Madara seal Obito due to the seal on his heart? Obviously, that's not fun, but food for thought. Yeah, I'd remove that seal. I don't like. It's kind of like a cop-out answer. Yo, Flame, what's happening, bro? How you been? How have you been, bro? Been forever. So who are we reacting to first? Well, we're gonna have to react to NC first, because he always has the long-ass videos. So we'll get the longer one out of the way first, and then we'll go to Daigo's. Daigo's is only like 10 or 15 minutes long. I low-key wish people use Obito with the Jinchuriki more often, because it's a part of his arsenal that we see in the series, so it'd be cool to see in action. Yeah, I try to include the Jinchuriki. Madara's perfect Susanoo is equal to Hashirama's, which was about to body the 9 tails if Madara didn't intervene. Oh, Hashirama's wood golem. I'm pretty sure the wood golem is relatively small compared to the 9 tails, but I'll have to look up that panel. I know what you're referring to. Man, what's up, Raven, you traitor? Probably got Madara in this one. You're gonna be like, you're just a kid, and then Obito gonna surprise him by matching his fire release? Yeah. I'm good, how about you? Hey man, I'm pretty tired, but I can't complain, you know. Video just dropped today. Pretty happy with how it's performing, you know. Been having a lot of fun lately. Got it a dip, but I'll be back in 30-ish minutes. Alright, Satsuri. Got you later, bro. What's up, Yu-Gi-Oh? How you been? Alright. Since we're reacting to 2 videos today, I don't want to take forever. I don't want to literally be here reacting to NCHammer's video all day, all night, you know? So, let's get into this. Let's do it. Let's do it. Like I said, we're going to be reacting to both NCHammer's and Dygoknight's video. It's 2 separate videos. And then at the end of the stream, I'm going to have you guys vote for who had the better video overall. So be sure to stick around for that. Alright. Let's do this. Is it? There it is. Boom. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Boom. There it is. I fucked up there. Alright. My reason would be perfect Susanoo is about as powerful as full power Kurama, and full power Kurama Tail Beast Bomb destroys mountains, and the Susanoo has Madara behind it. So I want to check this real quick. I'm gonna go to the flashback and oh, this is way too far. I guess you're right. The wood golem is about as big as the 9 tails. Kind of. Like the body of the 9 tails, like the actual tails itself make it look a lot more massive, but the wood golem is kind of similar in size. I'd say the 9 tails is still like a little bit bigger. Oh, let me zoom in for you guys, my bad. Yeah, just eyeballing it, I'd say that they're about the same size. So the perfect Susanoo would be about as big as that. Okay. Yeah. That's cool. Personally, I think the perfect Susanoo scales to 1000 arm cannon, but still a good margin below. Fuck no. You mean the fucking Buddha statue? Hell no, bro. You see what that shit did to Kurama? The majestic attire? Oh, hell nah, cuz. That shit is not happening. Oh my goodness. Look at what it does to Kurama. It literally breaks through his Susanoo's armor. Oh my goodness. That Buddha statue is fucking the perfect Susanoo up. Like, really, really badly. Oh yeah, but anyways, bro, let's do this. Let's do this. So I'm leaning towards Madara in this one if he's Edo Madara. If it's Valley of the End EMS Madara, I could see Obito taking it, specifically because he doesn't have to, like, Kamui isn't his only win con. Like, he can actually kill Madara instead of having to like seal him in some type of way. And obviously revive Madara with Hashirama cells in the Renegon, and Sage Mode just absolutely beats the fuck out of Obito really, really badly, like no contest. So that's where I'm leaning right now. I don't know if he'll talk about Jubito, but we'll have to find out. Alive Tobirama versus Kakashi. Tobirama probably wipes any version of Kakashi up until DMS. Rama looks tiny compared to it. I mean, I guess. It's still like... I'd say they're still similar in size. Like the body of Kurama is about the same as the size of the wood golem. Don't look at like these other vines and stuff. Look at like this part right here. This is the wood golem. But yeah. 1000 arm cannon, Sun the majestic attire. Yeah, it definitely did. Who's more reliable, Dygoknight or NCHammer? Dygoknight for sure. I've always said this. Dygoknight actually makes an attempt to make coherent arguments. Like, I may not agree with his takes, but he actually tries in his videos. NCHammer kind of just be saying stuff sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. He just be saying stuff. You know, NCHammer is a better entertainer, and he can talk better, and he's more of a showman. But Dygoknight actually kind of knows what he's talking about. I can't say the same for NC. So, yeah, let's do this, man. I'm really excited. I've been looking forward to this because one of my mods in my Discord server asked me to react to this one, and I was like, shit, might as well do the Dygoknight one as well, and then I could just ask chat who they thought I want. Oh shit, 20 from Brian already into the stream. This is gonna be a good stream already, bro. It's a good day so far, bro. I appreciate that. Damn, bro. Forgot my video recommendations. Nah, I'm just playing, but get ready for some horrible takes. Hey man, I still got yours on the list, bro. I will react to that video this week. Let's say this week. All right, Brian, I got you this week. I will definitely react to your video this week. How's that? I appreciate the 20 though, bro. I haven't forgot about you, man. Oh yeah, Flame. You were the one that asked to react to this. Yeah, sorry about that, bro. I can't keep track of anything. All right. I appreciate the 20, Brian. Let's get into the video though. Let me cut off this music and let's begin.
Strength. Sometimes we get all that we can handle. Some people reach the pinnacle of their strength and decide this is enough. I'm done. While others spend their entire lives grasping at just one more morsel of strength to throw on top of their pile like they're Smaug. Surely neither approach is the incorrect way to go about your life. Whether you find fulfillment in what you've accomplished or fulfillment in trying to accomplish an ever-increasingly grand goal, both are valid approaches to living your life. However, you know what isn't a valid approach to living your life? Squandering your strength. Or having life squander your strength for you, which is the much more likely and common scenario. Now, I'm not sitting here and saying that if you're not reaching for your highest level of strength, you're not living life properly. That would be elitist and annoying. What I am saying is that one of life's greatest misfortunes is watching those with incredible potential or strength have that opportunity stripped away from them. Whether that strength be mental, physical, or spiritual. Life is a cruel mistress that will strip you of anything you identify as a strength if you give it the chance. And true strength is rallying against that every single day. However, unfortunately, this lesson hasn't exactly translated into anime and manga, because there are tons of characters throughout all of anime manga that have incredible promise and strength and then have that stripped away from them. Whether that be through a traumatic event, a dirty play in a battle, or by a surprise attack from somebody they believe to be an ally, the story of the truly strong having their strength stripped away from them is commonplace in anime. And unfortunately, it's very commonplace in Naruto. And there's a long-running bit that's existed in the Naruto community as long as the Naruto community has existed, that if you're too strong or show too much promise, that plot bullet's coming your way. Kimimaro, Itachi, Shisui, Madara. See, usually when we talk about people who have been nerfed by the plot,
bro. You really tried to sneak Shisui in there. Come on now.
To the names that come up. Kimimaro had a crippling chakra illness that killed him in his battle against Gaara and Rock Lee, also making him an invalid vessel for Orochimaru to swap into. Itachi suffered a similar fate, suffering from an undescribed chakra illness that slowly but surely chipped away at his chakra reserves, meaning that Itachi, even though he had the strongest arsenal of weapons in the world, didn't have the battery to run them, well, at least for very long. Madara, the villain who he had built towards for hundreds of chapters, the second he achieved his strongest form, gets his back blown out by Black Zetsu, a non-factor in the story up until that point. Shisui, the wielder of the two strongest genjutsu on Earth, is killed off screen before the plot of Naruto even begins. However, I don't want to talk about any of these four characters. God knows we've talked about them enough. No, instead, the character whose power was squandered that I want to talk about today is Obito. More specifically, White Mask Obito. Because when it comes to characters all throughout Naruto, very few people have as many forms as Obito. He's been Genin and Jonin Child Obito. He's been Yellow Mask Obito. He's been Tobi. He's been White Mask Obito. He's been Ten Tails Obito. He's been Post Ten Tails Obito. He's been DMS Obito. Only out of all of those forms, the form that should have had the most potential outside of Ten Tails Obito was White Mask Obito. In fact, I would take into account when you consider the fact that Ten Tails Obito was unable to use Kamui, that White Mask Obito should have been able to give Ten Tails Obito a run for his money. And yet when it comes to all of the versions of Obito, and maybe all of the characters in the Fourth Great Shinobi World War, White Mask Obito's power is the most squandered. A character who, for all intents and purposes, should have been the most powerful person on the battlefield was a relative non-factor. Now, I'm not—
That's such a stupid frame from the animation. Look at this.
Purposes should have been the most powerful person on the battlefield.
Look at how dumb they look. Bro's just bro pulled a fucking Superman. Why did he do that? Why did they animate it like this? What the hell? Oh my god. This shit looks so corny, bro. What?
Was a relative non-factor. Now, I'm not saying in Naruto's story that White Mask Obito was weak. He wasn't. But comparatively to what White Mask Obito should have been able to pull off, he was weak. In fact, I would argue that it was Kishimoto's blatant commitment to making sure that Obito never overcame Madara in terms of strength and therefore never became the primary antagonist of the Fourth Great Shinobi World War that significantly nerfed Obito's possible ability in his White Mask state. So how strong do I think White Mask Obito should have been? Strong enough to win the Fourth Great Shinobi World War. And hopefully by the end of this video, you'll believe that as well. But before I get to swing you guys to my side, please, for me, like this video, subscribe to the page, and hit that noti bell. And if you love the idea of me explaining how powerful your favorite, or me and Dan some incredible anime merch, you're gonna love packs you've ever seen. So Nick, you're making a video about one of your least favorite characters not being strong enough. What's going on there? Well, yes, it is true. I have a large amount of disdain for Obito in my heart. Just because I have a lot of disdain for Obito in my heart doesn't mean that I can't be objective about how strong he should have been. See, as much as it was propped up that Madara was a grand final antagonist of the entire, for the majority of the anime and the manga, it was Obito. And the reason we believed Obito was Madara was because of the insane amount of strength that he had. And basically throughout the entirety of Naruto's history up until the Fourth Great Shinobi World War, Obito is this undefeatable force, with the only people who ever really managed to get an upper hand against him being Minato, the fourth Hokage. And still, technically, the battle that Obito had against Minato resulted in Minato's death. And now how much of that you can tie into Obito, I'll leave up to you. But still, until the Fourth Great Shinobi World War, and more specifically, until Madara was released by Kabuto, Obito was primary antagonist #1, a character that everybody far and wide, regardless of village alliance, was afraid of. And White Mask Obito was the Obito that we got in the beginning of the Fourth Great Shinobi World War, the highest version of our primary antagonist form of Obito. Now, obviously, after Madara gets released, Obito takes the Ten Tails inside of him, becomes a Ten Tails Jinchuriki, and technically achieves a stronger form. Now, the reason I put stronger form in quotations here is because obviously in his Ten Tails form, he isn't able to use Kamui, which has been his kit for like his entire life. And therefore, one could make the kind of difficult argument that White Mask Obito is stronger than Ten Tails Obito. And considering the fact that—
What the fuck did he just say? Bro, what? No shot. No shot. Run it back. Run it back, chat. Run it back. Run it back.
obviously in his Ten Tails form, he isn't able to use Kamui, which has been his kit for like his entire life. And therefore, one could make the kind of difficult argument that White Mask Obito is stronger than Ten Tails Obito. And considering the fact that plenty of people have made the argument that Madara was stronger before he became the Ten Tails Jinchuriki.
Literally no one has ever said that, bro. He said plenty of people make the argument that Madara was stronger before he became the Ten Tails Jinchuriki. Literally not one person in the history of the Naruto community has ever made that argument before. Oh my god, what? What? He just said he could argue White Mask Obito above Jubito and Madara above Jubidara. Oh my goodness, what? Holy shit. His schizo is taking over? I think he might, bro. NCHammer's on them red chili pepper Percocet 20s? He must be, bro. What? Holy shit. I can feel my brain cells dying, bro. It's like my brain is becoming so damaged that I forget how much is getting damaged whenever it's contributing to my Alzheimer's, bro. It's just making my brain damage even worse. So I forget that these videos just hurt my brain, and I keep coming back to it, bro. I have chronic Alzheimer's, bro. Holy shit, dude. Believe it or not, I've heard this several times in the past. Like, not as a troll argument, obviously. I think NCHammer might actually believe this shit.
Entire life. And therefore, one could make the kind of difficult argument that White Mask Obito is stronger than Ten Tails Obito. And considering the fact that plenty of people have made the argument that Madara was stronger before he became the Ten Tails Jinchuriki, as when Uchihas tend to become the Ten Tails Jinchuriki, they forget all of their Sharingan abilities, like the fact that Madara, after becoming the Ten Tails Jinchuriki,
they forget all of their Sharingan abilities? That might be the case for Obito, but Madara was literally shitting out Shibaku Tenseis, and he was using Limbo clones, both of which are ocular abilities. He used limbo clones a lot, let's be honest, but it's, oh my goodness, that's kind of crazy, bro. Like the stream, boys, like the stream.
He became more Palpatine and less Uchiha, and once again, Obito was unable to use Kamui. Regardless, the point has been argued. I'm not going to argue it here because we're just talking about White Mask Obito. But let's quickly go over what White Mask Obito was canonically capable of, based off the abilities that he had and the feats he pulled off. See, White Mask Obito was an interesting iteration of Obito because the White Mask had 2 holes, as opposed to the 1 hole that he ran around with his Toby for basically a decade. Now, the reason that White
You want to know something else? Got 2 holes? No.
Mask Obito had 2 holes in his mask.
Never mind.
Because now he not only had his Kamui Eye, but he also had one of Madara's Rinnegan. Now, the reason that Obito didn't have 2 Rinnegan is because he didn't have enough chakra to control 2 Rinnegan, which has always been kind of silly to me when you consider the fact that half of his body was Hashirama's cells. But go off, King. And technically, just having 1 Rinnegan is kind of stronger than having 2. What do I mean by that? Well, at least in Obito's circumstance, having 1 Rinnegan is stronger than having 2, because Obito can't deactivate the Rinnegan to switch between the Rinnegan and the Sharingan, as Obito, much like Nagato, wasn't the person who activated said Rinnegan. So if hypothetically Obito replaced both of his eyes with Madara's Rinnegan, sure, he would get access to the 6 paths and the outer path abilities, but he would lose the ability to use Kamui. However, if Obito just replaced his burner Sharingan eye with a Rinnegan, now he has access to the 6 paths and the outer path and still Kamui, which is super broken. Like, imagine if Nagato also had intangibility. Well, obviously it wouldn't be that powerful because, you know, legs no worky. Those abilities would be transferred to his 6 paths of pain, because
He's ableist. Cancel him. He's ableist.
yes, if you create 6 paths of pain or 5 paths or 4, how many paths you want to make, you can only make 6. That's the upper limit. Those paths of pain gain the ocular abilities that you have, which is why every single one of the 6 paths of pain outside of the Deva path, which can use all of the Rinnegan abilities, is able to use 1 Rinnegan ability. However, if hypothetically the 6 paths of pain also had a Kamui Eye, it stands to reason they would also be able to use Kamui, because if a path of pain can use the abilities of the Rinnegan because they have the Rinnegan in their face, why should the Sharingan be any different? And in fact, we have confirmation that the Sharingan abilities...
I disagree with that. I'd say that the only reason why they're able to use well, the 6 paths of pain is like a jutsu. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't know that it's an ability of the Rinnegan to, like, to do that. It's kind of crazy. It's heavily implied to be like a jutsu, a technique you can perform, like puppeting corpses. So if it's a jutsu that stems specifically from the Rinnegan, you might be able to argue that the Sharingan, like the Sharingan wouldn't necessarily apply to that. But it's kind of weird. Like, no one has ever argued this before. I've never even considered the fact that the Jinchuriki might be able to use Kamui because I think it's kind of stupid. I feel like if they could, they would have. I see, like, there's no point why they wouldn't have used Kamui, but I don't know, bro.
do pass the 6 paths of pain, because Obito, just like Nagato, has 6 paths of pain. And just like with Nagato's 6 paths of pain, Obito's 6 paths of pain can share vision through their Rinnegan, but also, unlike Nagato's 6 paths of pain, use their Sharingan to have extra perceptive abilities, meaning that all of Obito's 6 paths of pain were able to use the predictive and perception abilities of a Mangekyo Sharingan, which not only allowed Obito's 6 paths of pain to defend themselves more aptly from incoming attacks, but also to launch their attacks with greater precision. So Obito has access to all of the abilities of the Rinnegan. That is, the 6 paths, the ability to summon the Ghetto statue, and the ability to make the 6 paths of pain. He also has Kamui working at its highest level of capacity ever. As it stands to reason, as White Mask Obito is technically the last iteration of Obito that could use Kamui at a high level, would be the strongest user of Kamui in the history of Obito.
No, that's DMS Obito. Bro, I don't know why he always forgets about DMS Obito in these videos, bro. He's actually cracked. That's quite literally the strongest version of Obito. Stronger than Jubito. But I'll let it slide. Fuck it.
Oh, Nick, what about DMS Obito?
He was dead. He was a walking corpse. Not to mention because half of his body was white.
What?
Zetsu also.
DMS Obito.
He was dead. He was a walking corpse.
Yet he still has better feats than White Mask Obito and Jubito, brother. What are you talking? DMS Obito quite literally has better feats than them, and if you take away like the fatigue and the fact that he was on the verge of death, you could definitely scale him to or above DMS Kakashi just based off what Kakashi's able to perform. Like, literally all of Kakashi's abilities and the chakra that he gained came from Obito. So you really could scale DMS Obito to be one of the strongest characters in the verse. So even while fatigued, on the verge of death, crippled Obito was literally outperforming any of his other iterations.
Not to mention because half of his body was white Zetsu, also known as Hashirama's cells, he had access to an incredibly large chakra pool and diluted wood release, and a healing factor that made sure that his Kamui Eye never went blind. Not to mention he also wielded a Genjutsu so powerful that it was compared to Koto Amatsukame and was able to put a perfect Jinchuriki in Yagura
I have an argument from the sage of the thick calves himself, Mr. Thickums, my boy. Sage argues that maybe Obito doesn't even have good genjutsu. Maybe he's not even cracked like that. Because Datara, whenever Datara captures the Three Tails with Toby, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find the scan, but Datara says that the Three Tails is too. Oh man, holy shit! Holy shit! You guys can never tell me shit again. I hit the chapter right on the mark. That was like a half court shot. I picked a random chapter and I hit it, bro. Y'all can't tell me nothing anymore, bro. Who said I'm not like that? Who said I'm not like that, bro? Who said I'm not like that? Come on now. Come on now. Yeah. Can't believe it. That's the exact chapter I was looking for. But yeah. So Sage argues that the Three Tails is too stupid to actually break Yagura out of Genjutsu because Datara heavily implies that it's like a dumbass. And it's like this Jinchuriki was too dumb and not intelligent enough to wield its own power. Therefore it got captured very easily. So honestly, bruh, is Obito's Genjutsu really all that good? Like the Three Tails Isabo, his ass is too stupid to break his host up out of a Genjutsu? Like maybe. Also, even if you don't want to go with that interpretation, like I'm pretty sure Yagura isn't a perfect Jinchuriki. Like Donzo says he is, but there are counters to that. Oh well. Loco on that demon time with chapter knowledge. Loco just built like that. The Nightmares chapter cover goes crazy. It sure does, bro. Isobo got that Patrick Star brain. Yeah, that's from Sage of Thick Calves, though. All credit to him.
Obito and Madara are the two.
Oh no, that's Dygoknight's video.
Under a decade-long genjutsu, which, by the way, should be impossible, as it's stated that perfect Jinchuriki like Yagura are immune to genjutsu. As the second you put the Jinchuriki under genjutsu, the tailed beast inside of them will disrupt their chakra flow and break them out of it. And when you consider the fact that we've seen Kotoamatsu Kame be released from people like Mifune, if at any point Isobu decided to disrupt Yagura,
Unprovable. You could just say Donzo like let go of Mifune. He just released the genjutsu when he realized he got caught.
chakra upon identifying that he was under genjutsu, Yagura would have been broken out of it, which means that the genjutsu that Obito wields is not only so powerful that it can completely brainwashing you into becoming a feral, blood-crazed monster who drives your entire village into the ground, but also so powerful that if you are a perfect Jinchuriki, your tailed beast won't even notice. Obito only ever uses that genjutsu once. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's got a 10-year cooldown like Kotoamatsu Kame. We simply do not know. But don't worry, Obito has plenty of other tools, like Fire Release, on par with that of Madara. And when I mean on par, I mean equal to that of Madara. Because there is very much a scene where Obito and Madara shoot giant fireballs at the Shinobi Alliance, and they're the same size. And considering the fact that Madara is hailed as probably the...
I believe Madara's Majestic Destroyer Flame has better statements than Bomb Blast Dance. I cannot remember. Let me look it up very quickly. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. But I believe that Majestic Destroyer Flame is stated to destroy like all things or turn all things to ash or something like that. Or it's like the strongest something about being the strongest fire release or something like that. Maybe not. Maybe I'm tweaking. Alright, let me look up Bomb Blast Dance. I'll look it up later, man. Fuck it. I swear there was some statement for Majestic Destroyer Flame being the strongest fire release jutsu.
greatest user of fire release in the history of Naruto, shooting a fireball that can even be loosely compared to that of Madara's is insane. Not to mention, prior to Madara coming back to life, Obito had the Goonbai, or as I like to call it, the Goodbye. The Goonbai is a weapon that's been passed down through the Uchiha clan for generations. It is a large fan that was carved out of a spiritual tree that we never hear about again. But this is because the spiritual tree is only used to make ritualistic instruments. And the Goonbai is the only one we ever see, but honestly, it's the only one I ever want to see. Goonbai has the ability to reflect all incoming chakra back as wind release. Oh, you just shot a fireball at me? Wind release back at you. Oh, you're about to hit me with a Rasengan? Wind release back at you. And genuinely, there doesn't appear to be an upper limit to how much chakra this thing can send back at you, as it was able to quite
No limits fallacy? Nah, I'm playing. Yeah, this thing is pretty fucking strong though, not even gonna lie.
literally reflects one of Naruto's super mini-tailed beast balls back at Naruto. Yes, that's right, this wooden fan is so powerful, it was able to knock back a mini-tailed beast ball with no damage whatsoever. Now, obviously, because like I've previously stated, Kishimoto was dedicated to the idea that Obito was not the main antagonist of the Fourth Great Shinobi World's War. Obito, the second that Madara was reincarnated, was like, oh yeah, here you go, take this back. Which, right there, is not only a perfect representation of what I'm talking about, but also is a nerf for Obito. That'd be like one of the seven swordsmen of the mist from a newer generation, seeing a previous generation get reincarnated and being like, oh yeah, you take Samehana. Why would you give up one of your most powerful weapons? Not to mention that White Mask Obito is one of the fastest characters in the entirety of Naruto, as he battled against KCM2 Naruto, Might Guy, Kakashi, and Killer Bee simultaneously, while reacting and dodging all of them and really only ever getting over.
Okay, so I don't actually believe that Obito truly scales to KCM2 Naruto. I'd say he can react to him. You know, obviously he can react to him. He can perceive his attacks and abilities and all that stuff. But as far as I remember, whenever KCM2 Naruto goes up against Obito, he's always kind of on the back foot. There's only one really good feat from Obito, and it's with the wood release. And the wood release is kind of shown and established to be like faster than a person's normal movement speed. This is kind of shown with Madara's Wood Dragon when it fucking blitzes the KCM2 Naruto Kurama avatar. I think is it this chapter? I believe it is this chapter. Yeah, so Obito like rushes at Naruto. Ah, nah, it's the next chapter. Okay. And then his wood release like wraps around his arm. So you could, yeah, right here, right here, right here. This is Obito's best feat. This is the only time he ever catches KCM2 Naruto like this. The only other scaling you could make for him is to say that Obito scales to Kakashi, who kind of showed relativity to KCM2 Naruto, but it's kind of weird. I don't know if Obito really scales this high. I'll have to look into it a little more. But this is still kind of like questionable. It could just be the wood release that's faster than Obito is.
Overwhelmed once Naruto unlocked KCM2, but he still reacts to KCM2 multiple times. Though Naruto unlocking KCM2 did kind of spell the end for White Mask Obito, but not immediately, as KCM2 Naruto stated that White Mask Obito was so powerful it was difficult for him to get attacks in. In fact,
No, that's a fucking lie. That is a lie. That is KCM1 Naruto that says that. It's not KCM2. And at that point in time, you could just say, like, they were still relative in speed. Nah, this isn't the chapter, is it? Oh, it is the chapter. This is the chapter. Yeah, bro, what is with me today, bro? I'm literally I have a mental amp or something, bro. I'm literally hitting the chapter right on the mark. I don't know what it is with me today, bro. But this is what he's referring to. He's so strong I can't get a single attack in, but we still see that they're relative in speed to each other. This is KCM1 Naruto running backwards away from Obito just as fast as Obito can run forwards. So, honestly, this is why I am in the middle. This is why I'm like conflicted on whether or not Obito even scales to KCM2 Naruto, because he's unable to catch like KCM1 Naruto. Like, obviously, Obito is outplaying him here, but NCHammer claimed that they were relative in speed. Like, Obito was relative in speed to KCM2 Naruto when he's just kind of shown to be relative to KCM1. So it's kind of weird. Yo, $5 from Josh Farrow. Hey man, your new vid was amazing. You're one of the best YouTubers. Did you see Lightning Snow's video? Interesting Oro and Kabuto versus the Akatsuki. First of all, bro, I appreciate you donating, and I appreciate the kind words, man. You're always coming through, attending the streams. I appreciate your support. But yes, I did see Lightning Snow's new video. Um, I watch all of his videos. Like he's my buddy. We talk like on a daily basis. But he I really enjoy his videos at the same time. And I'm just between you and me, bro. Just between you and me, Lightning Snow. Me and him got something cooking. We got something coming up. We got something coming up for y'all. I'm cooking. We're probably gonna hop in the studio, gonna record something in the next few days. But yeah, we got something coming out together. Loco hit a black flash and now his chapter knowledge is elevated. Call Loco Hawkeye, bro, not missing these chapters. Mental Am Loco chapter knowledge versus Kishimoto. Honestly, bro, I know more about the series than Kishimoto does, deadass. I shared my Sage mode with you. I like his stuff. Yeah, Lightning Snow is great. We've done collabs on multiple occasions. I think I've been on this channel like at least 4 times already. So yeah, we work really well together. He is stated to be holding back Naruto or Obito. I think this was no. I don't think he was. Nah, he's not stated to be holding back here. I know what your argument is, Raven. We need to get Peach Fuzz versus Raven.
That Naruto used was impossible to get attacks in. In KCM2, Naruto acknowledged the fact that Obito hit like a truck, calling him ridiculously strong. And White Mask Obito backed up these claims. See, White Mask Obito didn't only impress Naruto.
All right, once again, that is not correct. I know what he's referring to. It's whenever Naruto tries to hit the statue. Let me just make a separate tab. It's whenever Naruto tries to put up. Here it is. I believe this is the chapter. Hold on. Yeah, you will not touch the statue is what he says. Looks like it's not going to be easy. Guess cracking that massive of yours will have to come first. I'm pretty sure this is what NCHammer is referring to, and Obito blocks him. Once again, this is KCM1 Naruto. So, yeah. Please get it right, NC. Please.
He also impressed Gyuki, the second strongest tailed beast, because White Mask Obito was able to do something with Shuriken that the 4th Raikage was barely able to do with Nin Taijutsu, and that is cut off the tentacles of Gyuki. White Mask Obito, simply by throwing giant Shuriken at Gyuki, was able to slice off his tentacles, something that took the 4th Raikage 24 hours and a lightning cloak to pull off, and Obito did it.
Whoa. That was the 3rd Raikage, first of all. Don't downplay Lord 4th Raikage A like that. A is just stated, 4th Raikage A is stated to be stronger than Killer B. He has the highest combat power in the village. Don't downplay Lord Raikage like that. Before I hit you with the guillotine drop. But yeah, the 3rd Raikage did kind of stalemate the 8 tails. But like, where does his AP really scale? Like, come on now. Where does his AP really scale? Like, come on now. Is the 3rd Raikage really like that? But I see where you're coming from, NC. I see where you're coming from. I want to start doing YouTube videos on Naruto, and I'm wondering what computer specs I'd need. Honestly, bro, if it depends on if you're running with a PC or a laptop, but I think for to run any like decent video editing software, you're probably going to need at least 16 gigs of RAM and a good amount of storage, maybe at least 512 gigabytes to a terabyte. And if you play games, you'll probably want a good graphics card as well. At least like a 3060 GeForce RTX thing, as far as graphics card goes. And for a processor, either like an i5, Ryzen 5, i5, i7, or Ryzen 7 will do just fine. It just depends on what kind of setup you're trying to have. If you just want a laptop, that's fine. But if you want like a triple monitor setup, kind of like I have, then you should go with a PC.
In a matter of seconds with ninja tools. I mean, like big ninja tools, but still. Now, sure, technically was Gyuki under the effects of a couple of curse marks that suppressed Tail Beast power? Yeah, but it's still a very impressive feat. But regardless of all of this power, eventually White Mask Obito was overwhelmed. But he really shouldn't have been. See, the real problem with White Mask Obito is the complete underutilization of his 6 paths of pain. See, Obito's 6 paths of pain are way stronger, like incomprehensibly stronger than Nagato's. See, anybody that you convert into a Path of Pain retains the abilities that they had while they were alive. And while Nagato's 6 Paths of Pain were incredibly powerful because they were able to wield the abilities of the Rinnegan, the people that Nagato converted into his 6 Paths of Pain weren't particularly legendary ninja, with Yahiko probably being the strongest out of all of the 6 Paths of Pain in terms of ninja they were when they were alive. But Obito's 6 Paths of Pain weren't just regular ninja. They were 6 Edo Tensei Jinchuriki who got their tailed beasts back. So already there's a couple of major differences between Nagato's 6 Paths of Pain and Obito's. The first and most glaring of which is the fact that they are Edo Tensei, meaning that they're technically invincible. If you cut them in half, they'll just regenerate. The second major difference is that they have infinitely refilling chakra, which brings up a pretty crucial talking point. So we know that the only way that Nagato's 6 Paths of Pain were able to operate at the level that they were is because Nagato was constantly providing them with chakra. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been able to handle the Rinnegan abilities that they were dishing out. But Obito's in a slightly different situation, because while obviously Obito could be providing his 6 Paths of Pain with chakra, not only were these 6 Paths of Pain that he was using now perfect Jinchuriki. I say now perfect Jinchuriki because not all of the Jinchuriki that he was using as the 6 Paths of Pain were perfect Jinchuriki when they were alive. But now, as his Edo Tensei's 6 Paths of Pain, they were all able to undergo their complete tail beast transformation, which I guess the majority of them could do in their lifetime, but they didn't have control over the transformation. Which I guess they also probably didn't have control over the transformation in the afterlife. It was Obito who had control. Whatever, it's confusing. But now we're talking about perfect Jinchuriki, the people in Naruto with the most chakra on Earth, and that chakra is also infinitely refilling, which means on a sheer chakra output level that Obito's 6 Paths of Pain should massively outclass
Loco here with the water cooled 4090. You really don't need much to do YT vids. If you want 4K vids, yeah, look for 3+ gigahertz. Yeah, I just hate shopping for like computer parts, so I just try to go all out and then just not worry about it after that. All right, catch you later, MZ.
Nagato's, because even without their tailed beast transformations, the 6 Paths of Pain retain any and all abilities that they had while they were alive. So sure, if hypothetically Obito decided to bring back these 6 Jinchuriki and not give them their tailed beasts, they wouldn't have been able to do things like manifesting wings on their lower back or tentacles out of their lower back. But they still should have hypothetically been able to use the Kekkei Genkai of the tailed beasts who they once held. As Naruto, who was once the Jinchuriki of all 9 tailed beasts at once, can still use things like lava release and magnet release, meaning that not only would Obito's 6 Paths of Pain have the ability to use the Rinnegan, much like Nagato's, but also they would be able to use any and all abilities that they had while they were alive. But it doesn't end there, because outside of being able to use all of the abilities of the Rinnegan, they should be able to use all of the abilities of the Sharingan, which means that all of the 6 Paths of Pain that Obito had should have access to Kamui. Now, technically, the argument to this idea is that we never see any of these 6 Paths of Pain activate in MS, and therefore some people believe that all of these 6 Paths of Pain were just given Sharingan from Obito's collection, while others believe that it's a reflection of Obito's eye and they're not able to activate in MS. I really don't buy into either of these ideas. I think, yes, the Sharingan and the Rinnegan in the 6 Paths of Pain eyes are a reflection of Obito's eyes, and I believe if 6 Paths of Pain having a reflection of a Rinnegan grants them the ability to use the paths of the Rinnegan, then they should have equal chance and ability to use the abilities of the Sharingan that they
Yeah, but equal chance doesn't help you here, and see, you're the one trying to establish the claim that they would be able to use Kamui, so therefore an equal chance would actually not work for you, because you wouldn't be able to claim that they can use Kamui. You're kind of debunking your own argument here, my friend. I don't know what it is with these guys. They debunk their own arguments in their videos, bro. It's kind of funny. Oh my god, bro. You, an equal interpretation is not good for you when you're the one establishing the claim. You converted me on how the Reaper Death Seal is physical strain. I did a bunch of research and it definitely proves that it's more about physical strain. Hey man, I'm glad to hear that. I love to hear your arguments. I unironically think any of the Edo Jinchuriki can beat a single Madara clone. I think they could, like full transformation, yeah. Bro out-argued himself. Bro having a battle with himself. Loco don't even need to do anything. Like, he just kind of refuted his own arguments in this video. Bro. Oh my god. I can't believe he just did that.
have a reflection of. That's not how Obito decided to use his 6 Paths of Pain. Obito somewhat understandably decided to leverage the true abilities of these perfect Jinchuriki and force them all to undergo their full-tailed beast transformation. And genuinely, when you're dealing with perfect Jinchuriki who are under your control, you're gonna want them to use their strongest transformations. I get that, but there's a slight problem with the fact that Obito is controlling 6 perfect Jinchuriki. The Obito states that controlling 6-tailed beasts and their Jinchuriki is very taxing, and thus because the usage of these 6 Paths of Pain is so taxing, these 6 Paths of Pain are unable to use the 6 Paths of the Rinnegan. What does this mean? Well, this
Well, that's not exactly what he says. I'm gonna put on my nerd glasses. Well, actually, Obito says that Naruto and the gang already know the abilities of the well, Kakashi says that they already know the abilities of the Renegon, so there'd be no point in Obito using them. And then Obito agrees with this claim that Kakashi makes. He's like, "Yeah, Kakashi, you're pretty smart. I see you why you're such a genius or whatever." Um so basically the same logic should apply to this fight with Madara since Madara as the Renegon, you know. He awakened the Renegon, so he should know the abilities of the Renegon. So Obito shouldn't. He isn't gonna be using the Renegon abilities in this battle, for the most part. So he couldn't really control the Edo Jinchuriki very well. They tried to fight back against him on numerous occasions. I believe NC just showed the anime clip of this happening. Um, So at certain points in time, the Bijou are detrimental to Obito. NCHammer 1, NCHammer 0. Bro's catching wins and losses against himself.
This means while technically Obito's 6 paths of pain are more powerful as starters than Nagato's 6 paths of pain, it means while they may still have access to their full-tailed beast transformations, they don't have access to things like the Deva path, or the Naraka path, or the Animal path. And thus, in actuality, they're just 6 Jinchuriki under Obito's control, which to me has always been odd. See, because here we are sitting and saying that Obito is unable to control 6-tailed beasts and their Jinchuriki. However, only a couple of chapters after his 6 paths of pain are dispatched, Obito becomes a 10-tails Jinchuriki, meaning that Obito, as White Mask Obito, was unable to control the 6-tailed beasts inside of his 6 paths of pain, but is able to control all 10 when they combined into a primordial terraforming monster that's called the 10 Tails. It's always just seemed like a weird line of logic to me. And I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense when you consider the fact that 10 Tails Obito was unable to use things like Kamui, but claiming that he's unable to control 6-tailed beasts when he goes on to later control 10 is weird. Well, it goes on to control 9 that form into a 10th one. Now, obviously, tailed beasts get stronger in a perfect Jinchuriki relationship. We know this. An individual tailed beast will always be weaker than a perfect Jinchuriki of that same tailed beast. But to take the problems with Obito's 6 paths of pain one step further, if we are truly investing in the fact that we believe that the 6 paths of pain can use any and all of the abilities of the Rinnegan and the Sharingan, even if, hypothetically, the Sharingan that they have isn't a Kamui Eye, the 6 path of pain should have no issue activating Izanagi. But then I know what you're saying. You're saying,
Nick, if they activate Izanagi, they'll go blind in one eye, and they'll no longer have access to all of their Sharingan abilities, because they only have one Sharingan.
Well, presumably, to perform the Izanagi, you need real Sharingan. And unless you can prove that they have real Sharingan, like, unless Obito implanted Sharingan into them, kind of like how Kabuto gave Madara Hashirama cells, you wouldn't be able to prove that they could use Izanagi since they're only projection. An equally valid interpretation would be that they're only projections of the Sharingan. So, you know, it's kind of a moot point since it's equally ambiguous.
but if, hypothetically, they have access to both the abilities of the Sharingan and the Rinnegan, there's no reason for us to believe that upon the activation of their Izanagi, which they would be able to hold on to for a couple of seconds, maybe in order to rewrite themselves out of a being sealed situation, that they wouldn't then be able to summon the King of Hell and summon the 6 paths of pain body they're currently occupying and regain that Sharingan. Because here's the thing, people frequently ask the question why people like Nagato or Sasuke didn't summon the King of Hell to heal people like Yahiko or Neji. And while it is a somewhat good question, unfortunately the reason that people ask that question is because they don't understand how King of Hell works. Or maybe nobody understands how King of Hell works. See, because we, and I mean people who have consumed as much of the literature as there is to consume, understand King of Hell is an ability that allows you to heal your 6 paths of pain. See, there's no conventional evidence that points us towards the fact that King of Hell can be used to heal anybody and anything. We've only ever seen King of Hell heal the 6 paths of pain. However, within the confines of this circumstance, that's not an issue, because all of these Jinchuriki would therefore have the ability to activate Izanagi or Izanami and then use King of Hell to heal themselves, because they are 6 paths of pain. Now, would the King of Hell be able to heal blindness in a Sharingan eye from using Izanagi or Izanami? We don't know, considering the fact that the only way to reawaken an eye lost through the usage of Izanagi or Izanami is awakening a Rinnegan in said eye, stands to reason that a Rinnegan ability might be able to bring back a lost Sharingan. So even if hypothetically these Sharingan eyes that these 6 paths of pain have weren't Kamui eyes, they would still give every single one of these 6 paths of pain access to one of the most broken abilities in all of Naruto. And once again, because having a reflection of a Rinnegan gives you access to Rinnegan abilities, and we know that Obito 6 paths of pain technically did have access to said Rinnegan abilities, there's no reason for us to believe that any of this was out of the scope of possibility. However, here's the thing. If 6 paths of pain are able to use the abilities of a
That's actually a pretty interesting theory that I've never thought of before, but once again, it hinges on the interpretation that Obito planted real Sharingan into them, and that these are not just projections of the eye. So it's still unprovable either way. It's an interesting theory, though. I like it. I like it.
A Rinnegan and a Sharingan, and Obito knows he's got one of each. Bringing back 6 ninja who would be unable to use these abilities makes these 6 ninja kind of the worst possible choice. Sure, yes, absolutely. Now Obito technically has 6 perfect Jinchuriki under his control. However, you know what pretty consistently beat all 6 of these perfect Jinchuriki? Ocular prowess. Whether that be a Kamui Eye or any of the...
I just realized that he hasn't really even talked about Madara throughout this entire video. Like, we're 22 out of 25 minutes in, and he's kind of just been talking about Obito. So what gives?
6 paths of the Rinnegan, time and time again, we've seen that ocular dojutsu prowess is better than tailed beast power. So in actuality here, Obito's best move would have been to bring back these 6 Jinchuriki. But upon realizing that controlling these 6 Jinchuriki, if they all had their tailed beast, would be too taxing to allow him to use his Rinnegan abilities through them, because on top of all of this, mind you, after these 6 paths of pain undergo their full tailed beast transformations, they're more likely to break out of Obito's control, making them at their strongest even less suitable for being 6 paths of pain, and instead decided to just use these once very powerful ninja in their base forms as his 6 paths of pain, so they could use their incredibly powerful Genkai along with the powers of a Sharingan and a Rinnegan, while taking the 6-tailed beast that he was gonna place in every single one of them individually and place them in himself. See, Obito was able to maintain the power of the 10 tails, which had parts of Kurama and Gyuki inside of it, meaning he was able to maintain an entity stronger than the 6-tailed beast that he placed in every single one of his paths of pain. So instead of placing these incredibly powerful entities into his 6 paths of pain so that he would cripple their ability to use their strongest abilities, he decided instead to seal those 6-tailed beasts inside of himself. Not only would he have more chakra to funnel into his 6 paths of pain, and we've seen what Uchiha are able to do when they're the jerky of multiple tailed beasts. Indra's arrow, ring any bells? He would have been able to maximize the potential of his incredibly powerful 6 paths of pain, giving them the ability to use the paths of the Rinnegan, while also possibly the ability to use things like Kamui or Izanagi, and possibly in an unlimited loop. Not to mention this entire time, he would have a massive leg up on people like Nagato, because he would have legs. So not only would Obito be the jerky of 6-tailed beasts, but he would also have 6 paths of pain that were able to...
Yeah, I kind of realized that this wasn't a versus battle video, and it's more kind of just like theorizing, I guess. Like, what if Obito did this? What if Obito, instead of having 6 perfect Jinchurikis, made himself a perfect Jinchuriki? No, like that's what this that's what this video is. So it's not really even a versus battle matchup. He's just kind of spitballing here, which I'm fine with. It's all good fun. But hopefully he doesn't tie this back in to say Obito could absorb the 6 Bijou and make himself a perfect Jinchuriki, because obviously that would be out of character. If that would have worked, he would have done it. So yeah.
To do all of the things that Paths of Pain
What's up, Dom?
should
How you
be
doing?
able to do. And this is why I say that the entirety of the Fourth Great Shinobi World War was written to make sure that Obito was as insignificant as a threat as possible. Because, well, absolutely sure, there was some moments where Obito was a
Hey, spam what if in chat. Spam what if in chat.
legitimate contender in the power scheme of the Fourth Great Shinobi World War. The entirety of the plot is written to make sure that Obito never achieves too much strength. He gains the abilities of the Rinnegan, but he never uses them. He gains the 6 paths of pain, but they can't do the things that Nagato's 6 paths of pain could do. But oh, don't worry, they're able to undergo their full-tailed beast transformations. It's just when they do that, they're more susceptible to rallying against Obito. Oh, don't worry, he's now the biggest and baddest threat in the entire world. He got the 10 Tails Jinchuriki form, except he's unstable in that form and he can't use Kamui anymore. Kishimoto dedicated the entirety of the Fourth Great Shinobi World War to make sure that Obito didn't matter, when in actuality, White Mask Obito, at the full realization of his possible powers, would have been enough to win the war. What do I know? I'm just a man with an 80-pound pit bull sitting on his lap. What do you guys think? Do you believe that White Mask Obito's abilities were squandered? Tell me in the comments below, and while you're down there, please, for me, like this video, subscribe to the page, and hit...
Alright guys, that's one video down. That was certainly a video. What if Obito hit the gritty? Then how does the ghetto statue get the Jinchuriki from Obito? Suicide? Yeah. I think so. That means he wouldn't be the Jinchuriki of the 10 Tails, because he'd have to rip out the Bijou, put it into the Ghetto Mazo, all before he dies. So, and the 10 Tails could just take control over him while he's weakened, you know. The Pitbull had better arguments. The Pitbull had better arguments is crazy. Also, he'd need to get rid of the hard seal. That's if you give Madara the seal. Yeah. I just had a proper walk with my dog and a long shower, and we're just finishing the video. Yeah. We definitely did get clickbaited, Flame. This was crazy. Let's move on to Dygoknight video. It's only 9 minutes. That's crazy. Hopefully he goes pretty in-depth in these 9 minutes. I want him to see... He needs to go balls deep into this topic, bro. Let's see if Dygoknight can beat out NC's video in just 9 minutes. in about a third of the time NC takes. Let's see if Dygoknight can do it. How are we feeling about this vid? Flame, you requested this vid. You made me watch this what if ass video. Yeah. It's okay, bro. It was funny. It was funny. Alright, man. Let's get into Dygoknight's video.
Obito and Madara are the two most prominent antagonists during the Naruto War arc. For that reason, many people speculate about who would have won a fight between the two, Madara in the Edo Tensei version or Obito with his white mask. Let's see who would have won, but before that, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and ring the notification bell. So the very first thing anyone says whenever Obito is in a fight is, oh, how is he even gonna be touched? How are they gonna bypass Kamui? And there are ways to
I like where this is going. I like where this is going, Dygoknight. I can hear the tone in your voice. I like where this is going. I trust in you, Dygoknight. Dygoknight, take the wheel.
Bypass Kamui, of course. Minato showed that's very possible. Kakashi then showed that's possible as well. And yes, they had very good counters for Kamui, but Madara is a very complete shinobi. He has even more experience than both Kakashi and Minato combined, because if you remember correctly, he was about 100 years old when he died, so he would probably come up with something that can counter Obito. In this fight, Obito's win condition would probably be to suck Madara into the Kamui dimension.
Pause. Obito suck and pause. What did he say?
Or maybe try to yank Madara's soul with a Rinnegan, while Madara's win condition would be to kill Obito however he can. After all, he has several attacks that, if landed, would kill Obito instantly. First, let's talk about both characters' speeds. Madara was able to react to a KCM2 Blitz attempt very casually with his big fan, while Obito was also able to react to that Naruto and make himself intangible so that he wouldn't be able to get hit. Probably safe to assume that both characters are pretty much relative in terms of speed, which
okay, Daigo. How do I say this? No. Well, at least based off the line of reasoning you provided. I know you can get Obito to KCM2 speeds, but that's not the way to do it. First of all, Kamui is passive and doesn't require any input from the user. It just activates and protects Obito unconsciously. So therefore, him phasing through Naruto's attacks isn't an indication of the ability that he's able to react to Naruto. And that's Madara physically reacting, putting up his arm and blocking Naruto's attacks. So it doesn't follow, basically. It's not the same thing. So like I'm saying, you can get Obito to KCM 2 levels of speed, but that wouldn't be the method to do it. That's just kind of blatantly wrong. Loco, is it ever awkward with Lightning Snow collabs because you debunk Daigo's vids sometimes? Nah, man. Lightning Snow is a pretty cool friend of mine. We talk about Daigo sometimes. He says Daigo's a pretty cool dude. He doesn't mind or anything like that. So, yeah, it doesn't really do anything. He only got 9 minutes to let him cook. Dygoknight already cooking. I mean, I'd say he's not wrong here. You could definitely get Obito's reaction speed to KCM2. That was just the incorrect line of logic to do it.
Which means that nobody's gonna be, speed blitzing anyone here. Obito has 6 tail beasts at his disposal during this fight that he can control with his Rinnegan, but as we see in the entire series, tail beasts are kind of irrelevant against fighters like Madara or Hashirama. Hashirama was taking care of all tail beasts in his prime, and Madara was very much relative to Hashirama and Hashirama's prime as well. And yes, Edo Madara is weaker than the alive version, as stated by Hashirama himself. However,
Cook.
This Edo Madara has a Rinnegan, which alive Madara didn't have in the past. Madara's perfect Susanoo would be more than enough to fight against the six-tailed beasts if Naruto's half Kurama was able to do so as well. The Obito would have to try and touch Madara to suck him into Kamui or try to yank his soul, which would probably not work because Naruto was able to resist Nagato trying to yank his soul, and that's Edo Nagato was much more powerful than KCM1 Naruto. So if Naruto was able to resist him being weaker, Madara, who is stronger than Obito, would definitely resist.
Okay, Daigo. Okay, we're getting off on the wrong foot here. Naruto was going to die there against Nagato. He was dead to rights. Kabuto had his ass down, bro. Like he was about to die, but the GOAT himself, Itachi, comes in to save him. So Naruto, quote unquote, resisted getting his soul pulled out, but he would have died here. If Itachi hadn't saved him, he would have died here. So you can say that if Madara has like a wood clone, or maybe he could use Shinra Tensei or something, maybe that could save him. I just wanted to correct that fact. Like, Naruto would have died here.
Resist the pull of the Rinnegan soul as well. So the only option would be to try and suck Madara into the Kamui dimension. And there's a big problem when it comes to that, because Obito has to turn tangible whenever he is sucking someone into the Kamui dimension. And this is a perfect chance for Madara to counterattack. Now, Obito would not be able to suck Madara in, simply because Madara can activate the Susanoo instantly. And we know.
Yeah, the Susanoo has knockback. I think that's what Dygoknight was about to say, but we see this during the Sasuke versus Danzo fight. Danzo has like the curse mark seal thing placed on Sasuke, and he's trying to cut him, I guess. And then Sasuke gets pissed off, activates just the ribcage looking Susanoo, the skeletal shit, and then Danzo gets sent flying backwards. So the Susanoo has knockback abilities just upon activation. He also has Shinra Tensei to push Obito away. Among other things, I could list off the numerous counters Madara has Kamui pulling in, but yeah, his wood style, not physical speed. Yeah, activating wood release isn't physical speed. Activating a jutsu isn't physical speed. Basically, what I'm trying to say. It's not Obito covering that distance. It's, hold on, I guess I don't have the chapter up anymore. Yeah, I guess not. It's not Obito activating that jutsu. It's not Obito covering the distance. He just activated a jutsu that's most likely faster than he is. God, I keep switching back to the NC tab.
Know that whenever the Susanoo is activated, whoever is inside the Susanoo range that's not the actual Susanoo user will get banked out of it. We saw that happening in the Sasuke versus Danzo fight.
Yo, he's literally cooking. Dygoknight in chat, bro. Dygoknight. He's cooking, bro. He's cooking. Holy shit, he's cooking.
When Danzo was about to hit Sasuke bamfed the Susanoo and Danzo was just blown away. The same thing would happen here. When Obito tries to touch Madara, he would use his Susanoo and Obito would be just knocked out of there, because he has to be tangible whenever he's touching someone. Madara also has other options to counter Obito trying to touch him, such as Shinra Tensei, because—
Cook! Dygoknight! Let's go! Let's go, boys. I'm hyped. I'm so hyped, bro. He's already making more use of his time. Let's do this.
Because he has the Rinnegan. And if I have to say, if one of these two fighters is faster than the other, I would bet my money on Madara. Thing is, he would definitely be able to react to Obito coming from him, and I don't see Obito catching him off guard somehow. And even so, if Obito manages to touch Madara catching him off guard, Minato was able to teleport away from the Kamui suck, so Madara would be able to do the same, banthing the Susanoo. It's essentially the same.
Holy shit, you're cooking, bro. You were literally cooking right now. Minato was able to activate FTG and react to Obito's... Well, technically that was a weaker form of Obito, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but in principle, the same thing would happen. Hey, yo, Daigo for real talking that shit? Let him cook. Let him cook, guys. Let him cook, bro. He's going crazy right now. Like the street boys. Let's get them likes up, boys.
Tactic, but with a different jutsu. You activate your instantaneous release jutsu and escape the Kamui pull. And when Madara is fighting Obito, he can also use his wood clone so that they can attack Obito whenever Obito materializes.
A lot of sucking in this video. What the hell?
Himself to try to suck in the original. So Madara would have several other Madaras attacking Obito whenever he...
That is a terrible quality scan. Oh my goodness. It looks like I'm looking at some fucking... Holy shit.
is not tangible. Whenever he is tangible, which isn't a very good thing, especially because Madara can create like 25 of those with Susanos at least, which means that the wood clones are pretty damn powerful by themselves. Also, Madara has a very nasty ability that's very much overlooked by most people, the Poland release. That's not really something Obito can counter just by becoming intangible, because if you breathe that thing, and I assume Obito has to breathe when he is intangible too, you're gonna go unconscious, just like the 5 Kage did. That Poland release jutsu is actually pretty damn powerful, man. I don't know why people don't talk more about that. Like, the only thing Obito would do in this situation would be to get out of range, which he could probably do. However, if he tries to do so by teleporting with Kamui, he has to become tangible, and when Obito has to teleport himself with Kamui, that's a much slower teleportation, meaning that Madara could just come in and destroy him with a jutsu, like a fire style or the Susanoo, or just taijutsu him to death. I can see Obito trying to use the 6 still beasts he has at his disposal, Madara using the perfect Susanoo and easily countering them, and then Madara uses the Poland jutsu, forcing Obito to either teleport or get unconscious, and while he does so, Madara comes in and attacks with his wood clones. I don't really see a way of Obito winning this thing here. Even if Obito manages to touch Madara, making his Kamui suction faster, it's not really going to work because Madara can use the Susanoo or Shinra Tensei to just bamf him out. And
he's cooking so far, Chad. He's cooking.
At the end of the day, Obito is very much a one-trick pony. The only thing he has going for him, whenever you don't count the tail beasts, which we've already established wouldn't be very effective, is Kamui, both for defense and offense. And as Madara would be able to counter both the Kamui defenses and the attack capability of Kamui, then I don't see much of a chance for Obito here. A lot of people claim that Obito and Madara are equals. I don't know if that's a data book thing, one of those stupid statements like Mari solos the entire universe or something like that.
It is a data book statement. So, it stated that Madara and Obito attack the Shinobi Alliance with the same overwhelming power, but it's actually a mistranslation. It just says they attack with overwhelming power, or they attack the Shinobi Alliance. They hit the Shinobi Alliance hard or something like that. It doesn't say equal power, same power, similar power. It doesn't make any comparison between Obito and Madara. It just says they hit the Shinobi Alliance hard with a good amount of power, you know. So yeah, it is a mistranslation though.
But it's very clear that Madara is the superior fighter here. And there's another advantage. Madara has infinite chakra in his Edo Tensei form, while Obito, even though he has a very decent chakra reserve, he doesn't have infinite chakra, so he will run out eventually while Madara is gonna be fine. And if we're talking about alive versions, Madara was much faster when he was alive, so he would be able to catch Obito more easily whenever Obito has to become tangible to attack him. Also, Madara back then had much more chakra than Obito ever had. Just look at the Madara versus Hashirama fight and the levels of destruction and chakra and abilities they're using there, it's insane. And obviously when we talk about any Obito version below the Rinnegan Obito in the war arc, like the Orange Mask Obito, he has absolutely no chance here. The Rinnegan provides such a big buff to him in the war and reaction time wise as well, that's just not even funny, man. Madara would wipe the floor with Orange Mask Obito any day of the week. And even if for whatever reason Obito manages to suck Madara into the Kamui dimension, what would he do then? Because Madara wouldn't die, he would just stay there in the Kamui dimension, but the Edo Tensei bodies, they don't die, they don't need food, they need water. Madara would just chill there, and Obito would not be able to use Kamui again, because otherwise Madara would just attack Obito from within the Kamui dimension, just like Akashi did during the war arc. And this gets even worse if Obito sucks the original Madara in, but still there are Madara clones in the real world. Then the Madara clones could try and attack Obito, while the original Madara could stay in the Kamui dimension.
Oh my god, he's cooking. Holy shit, this is a great video. This is probably one of the best Dygoknight videos I've ever seen outside of the Heavy Sasuke versus the Akatsuki video.
Attacking Obito from inside, which would force Obito to expel Madara from the Kamui dimension instantly, or he would die. So now, Obito can't win this fight. Even if you come with the most elaborate angles, it's not a fight Obito can win. Madara is just built different. He is another tier of strength in the Narutoverse, completely different than Obito's. Comment down below what you think about this matchup. Subscribe to this channel, watch this video right here for
I'm definitely leaving a like, bro. This was a great video. But we're not done yet, boys. We're not done yet. There's still one more thing we need to do. We're not done yet. Who had the better video? Question mark, question mark. Let me put up this poll in chat real quick. Modders only win is heart seal. Bro rebuilt the kitchen that NC burnt down. Oh my goodness. All I'm saying is Heavy Sasuke could take them both down at the same time with one Tomo. Oh my goodness. Now comparing videos is like comparing Madara and Obito. So NCHammer did imply that Obito would like possibly be able to beat Edo Madara, and then Dygoknight just comes in and says the exact fucking opposite. He's like, no, Obito is not that guy. Vote on the poll, boys. Who had the better video, NCHammer or Dygoknight? We got several votes so far. 20% of the chat are seething Obito stands. I didn't see NCHammer, so I just guessed Daigo's. Yeah, so my professional review for these videos is NCHammer was kind of just glazing Obito throughout the video. I thought it was a versus battle video because he says, could Obito beat Madara? So like, you know, the first thing that comes to mind is does he thinks Obito like beats up Madara, you know? And the thumbnail was Obito and Madara, and the text was stronger than Madara, so I really thought it would be a versus battle video. I guess not though. And he did kind of heavily imply that he believes that White Mask Obito would be able to defeat Madara. And then Dygoknight's like that video was only that video was about 25 minutes long. And then Dygoknight, we just watched his 9-minute video and it was just talking about why Madara slams White Mask Obito. So we have two contrasting opinions here. What do you guys think? Who had the better video, NC or Dygoat? 17% is wrong. Everyone hates on Obito except me and Power. I do believe Madara has the win here. Yeah, I do too. Susanoo knockback, Shinra Tensei and Wood Clones just hard counter Kamui really badly. Obito is strong, but he isn't on par with Madara. He doesn't have the resolve Madara did. I'd agree with that. Obito is a KCM1 victim, TBH. I don't know about White Mask Obito, but Orange Mask Obito Loki gets folded by KCM1 Naruto. Just Shadow Clone's hard counter. And Chakra Arms. Chakra Arms will play a big part in that fight. NCHammer was more of a what if the plot didn't constantly nerf Obito. Yeah, but he did compare him to Madara several times and just implied that he might be able to take down Madara. Bro, Obito's my second favorite character behind Sasuke, but that man gets folded by Madara as soon as Madara figures out Kamui. He should figure out Kamui because as an old man, he kind of guessed that Obito... He knows what Obito's abilities are, to be honest. Like, he should know what Obito's abilities are. I never understood why people thought this fight was even remotely close. Edo Madara puts Obito over his laps and spanks him. The only version that wins is Jubito. I think a revived Madara with Sage Mode and the Renegon might be able to defeat Jubito, but it's tough. My allergies are really bad. Yo, I sound congested. Obito presses Madara, then implied in Daigo's video, but that's all that really matters is the outcome. Yeah. You already knew about Kamui? Yeah, I think he did. Because he was there, kind of. He was like watching when Obito awakened Kamui, so you could just assume like Zetsu told him. Yeah, there's no doubt. There's no doubt Madara wins, but Obito isn't weak. It's just Madara is more versatile. Yeah, Madara just hard counters. Those videos couldn't be more different. Yeah. Dygoknight's video actually restored my brain cells. Like it actually like if NC was like the one bashing my head with like a mallet, Dygoknight was the one that put like a helmet on my head, you know, and protected me from the NC Obito propaganda. Personally, I don't really like Obito. I'd rather watch the Goran who has crystal release more. Goran? Is that from like a filler arc? Word on the street is Obito didn't want the smoke with six pass ramen guy. What? Obito would get folded pretty badly by him. NC is the channel people go to waste time because he makes arguments and debunks them himself. Nah, for Marco and everyone else that have like showed up recently, NCHammer literally refuted one of his own arguments. Solus, I don't know if you were here for that. This dude NC literally refuted his own argument. It was so funny, bro. He literally debunked his own argument. I think it was the Izanagi point. It was the Izanagi point. It was like he was saying that the Obito's Edo Jinchuriki would be able to use Izanagi because it's like Obito could have implanted the eyes, like the extra spare Sharingan eyes into them. Therefore, if they're real eyes, they can use Izanagi. And then he was like, but I guess at the same time, they could be just projections of the Sharingan, similar to Nagato's six pads. They're just projections of the Rinnegan, but it's still an equally possible chance. And I was like, this motherfucker just set up an equal interpretation to his own argument. Like, what the fuck? Bro really debunked his own argument, bro. What the hell? Oh my god, bro. That shit was funny as hell. Dygoknight unlobotomized you? Yeah. Dygoknight inflated our heads while NC dented it. Pull up Majestic Destroyer Flame. Oh, yeah. Majestic Destroyer Flame. Let me start looking for that. Thanks for reminding me, bro. I spelled that horribly wrong. Alright, let me end the poll right now. Alright, catch you later, Super Anime God. It was fun, bro. The pinnacle of Uchiha fire releases. 4th data book, page 239. Alright. So it's in the 4th data book. I'm gonna go to Naruto Versity. Is the whole Madara can rewind time legit? Nah, it's not true. It's false. Great Fire Annihilation. There it is. The name of it is Great Fire Annihilation, not Majestic Destroyer Flame. I think Majestic Destroyer Flame is only from the anime. Hold on. The hellfire that surges forward incinerates the lined up enemies altogether. Even among the fire release techniques the Uchiha clan masters, it boasts an outstanding power, and there is no way out before this technique. Right after it started, it turns everything to ashes to their cores. So yes, all things end up in ashes. There's no use arguing about it, and there is no escape. Even techniques like the water release, water formation wall have no effect by themselves. Defending against it is difficult. So basically, it's stated that Great Fire Annihilation or Majestic Destroyer Flame is the pinnacle of Uchiha fire releases. It's even among the fire release techniques the Uchiha clan masters, it still boasts an outstanding power. So yeah, it's just greater than that of. But let's look at Blast Wave Wild Dance or Bakufu Rambu or Bomb Blast Dance. A composite ninjutsu made up of Katon and the Sharingan. Kamui summons forth a huge whirlwind that arouses the large flames that are expelled from the user's mouth. These flames are fueled by the convulsions of Kamui, not by wind. Whilst the user's stomach expands, they proceed to engulf the enemy by drawing a spiral. The opponent is enveloped by the vortex, giving them no option for escape, leaving them to suffer and burn. It's just called a formidable ninjutsu. That is the best statement from Blast Wave Wild Dance or Bomb Blast Dance. However, Great Fire Annihilation is stated to be like one of the best, if not the best, of the Uchiha fire release techniques. So you would be able to argue that Great Fire Annihilation scales higher. So I hope that answers your question. Kabuto slams Obito 8 out of 10 times. Hashirama in a random encounter would probably lose. Chakuraj GG. Edo Madara rods wrecked Hashirama to a stalemate. Obito can throw them while being intangible and use chakra chains. White Mask Obito versus Sage Kabuto would be an interesting fight. Maybe that could be coming soon. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe it's in the works. Who knows? Who knows? Great Fire Annihilation is from the game, and Majestic Destroyer Flame is the anime. I think it's the same thing. They're just like called different things. Like I think Great Fire Annihilation is Viz translation, and Majestic Destroyer Flame is the anime, like you said. Obito has to get Omazo and would stomp Kabuto. Also, Obito lands Chakras. Kabuto chakra will be wrecked, and he won't be able to liquefy. Chakras are underrated. Kabuto in Sage Mode just doesn't have the narrative backing, in my opinion. Obito's narrative backing isn't there either. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'd say neither of them are narratively implied to win that one. There's like, I don't know. I don't think you could use a narrative argument for that one. So both are inescapable. Yeah, that's a pretty good statement. That's a pretty good statement for it. Loco, would you ever make a Sound 4 vid? I remember I asked you Land of Waves Kakashi versus them, and you said it would be close. And I asked Thick Cabs, and he said Kakashi would slam all 4 at once. Yeah, I just reread part 1, so I'm still trying to get my scaling together. Honestly, I've been thinking about doing a lot more part 1 videos lately, so yeah, I'll take it into consideration. I think their narrative is close, but Obito has better abilities. Sage Mode Kabuto is kind of broken when you think about it. Yeah, he's pretty correct. Obito summons Great Kabuto, gets Edos and low diffs. Yeah, I definitely like Dygoknight's video better, but it was still a fun stream. I had a fun time. Oops, I hit my mic. Sorry, guys. It might have sounded weird. Would be really dope to see more part 1 vids. I think there are a lot of slept on characters like Kimimaru. Yeah. I'm pretty sure you're the residential Kimimaru stan. Good video? Bro just thrives on the Obito down play. Talk to you later. Alright, man. VC later. Soulless. VC later. We got some stuff to go over. Man, the video is doing pretty well so far. I'm happy with how it turned out. Sound 4 barely beat a squad of fatigued special Jonin who had just finished their mission. Kakashi is stated to be the strongest Jonin in Konoha. He absolutely wipes the floor with them. The thing is, you wouldn't be able to quantify exactly how much stronger Kakashi is than Genma and Raido. You could still say that they're close to strength. Like, it could literally be anything. It could literally be anything. They could be significantly weaker than them, or they could be extremely close to them, but Kakashi would still edge it out. Similar to how Guy is relative to Kakashi, but Kakashi is still stronger than Guy. I guess just based off his versatility in that databook statement that you referred to. So really that strongest Jonin thing isn't enough to say that Kakashi would beat the Sound 4, like no diff basically. I'd say he could still beat them. I just don't know. I don't agree with your no diff thing. Do you recommend I start reading Naruto if I've already watched all the episodes at least 2 times? Like, are there different details in the manga? I think if you read the manga after watching the anime, like if you know the anime pretty well, I think you'll enjoy the manga a whole lot more, especially when it comes to the art styles. You'll realize that you start flying through the manga. The manga is a lot faster paced than the anime is. You know, I think it's well paced, but it moves along a lot faster than the anime does, and I really enjoyed reading the manga. The fights are beautifully illustrated in the manga. That's one of the reasons why, like, whenever Kishimoto used to draw Sasuke in an early Shippuden, he just looks so cold. Like the backdrop that I have right now, that's a picture of heavy Sasuke on the right, and on the left, I guess the chat box is covering it up, but it's literally Sai being put under Genjutsu by Sasuke's Sharingan. He's getting fear hacks currently, and the way that they drew it is so beautiful. It looks kind of like Amaterasu. Kabuto would go straight to Madara and get double teamed as he whips Madara out when confronting Obito. Gamabunta is greater than Madara. Squad, no, they barely beat 2 mid-level Jonin. I don't know why they're mid-level. A lot of people like to downplay Genma and Raido. Snake Sage mode is a crazy amp. Kabuto went from getting dogged by Kid Naruto to get dogged by Kid Naruto is crazy. Yeah, but Kabuto is definitely underrated, and I plan on making a video about him soon. You spit in, don't let him downplay the Sound 4 like that? Yeah. That's kind of what I realized. They're very impressive. Sup, Loco, 1 a.m. stream, eh? Link still hasn't figured out time zones, but yeah, I streamed a little bit earlier today. Going on an hour and 30, but I might head out soon. If Sage Mode Kabuto merged with Edo Nagato, he could have Itachi and Sasuke TBH. Honestly, yeah. Kakashi would give the Sound 4 the Bell training treatment 4v1. Who can touch the bell first while I'm blitzing all of you bums with a lightning blade? It really depends how far you believe One Tails Naruto does to them, because Kakashi is implied to be able to stop One Tails Naruto versus Sasuke fight as soon as he arrives. I don't think so. I think we have a different interpretation on that, Steven, but let me show you something. I'd like to show you something, bro. Hopefully I can pull up the panel for it. I believe part 1 ends at 238, so let's try 236. I will show you the scan when I find it. It might be 237. It might be 237. Yes, I found it. It is 238. It's in the very last chapter of part 1. So check this out. Check this out. So this is Sasuke. He's going into Orochimaru's base. Orochimaru says, "You are the chosen one, Sasuke." Sasuke says, I don't give a fuck, just give me the power, man. And then both Kabuto and Orochimaru get pissed off, and he says, he may not look it, but the man before you is Orochimaru. If you don't want to die, you'd best watch your mouth. Sasuke just looks at this man. Base Sasuke gives Kabuto the stank eye. And this man gets fucking fear-haxed. Look at the fear in his eyes. What is this? What is this chakra I feel? What is this chakra? And then Orochimaru is like really impressed. He's like, my future lies with this boy, right? So if you don't know where I'm going with this, Kabuto is stated by both Jiraiya and Orochimaru to scale to part 1 Kakashi. So if base Sasuke is kind of making Kabuto shit his pants, then he has a good chance of taking down Kakashi. So that's why I think Valley of the End, Naruto, and Sasuke from part 1 are pretty impressive. Genma is relative to Heavy Sasuke, who's greater than Kage. I like the last part, but that first part, don't ever downplay Heavy Sasuke like that again, bro. That's crazy. Pakun versus Madara deathmatch? What the hell? Sound 5 have a great chance? Yeah, with Kimimaro, they probably, yeah, they beat Kakashi. They're not that impressive, but I wouldn't mind a Sound 4 video. Sure, bro. I'll take it into consideration. Kabuto is weaker than Sasuke with the light skin stare? Yeah. Oh, nah. Part 1 vote Sasuke greater than Kakashi. Loco might be cooking? Yeah, bro. Valley of the End Sasuke does go kind of crazy, bro. I predicted the scan and responded. Yeah. Kabuto is a pre-time skip Sasuke victim. That's wild. Yeah, bro. He literally got fucking fear hacks. This man got... Bro, Sasuke literally checked him, bro. He literally checked him. He made him look like a bitch, bro. He was like, man, shut your... you know? He really checked him, bro. It's insane, bro. This little 12-year-old kid just fucking made this old-ass dude shit his pants. Bro is in his 20s worrying about a 12-year-old, bro. What the hell? Wait, so who won? Madara or Obito? So, we watched NCHammer, and it really wasn't a versus battle matchup. He was kind of just glazing Obito and saying that, like, Obito, what if Obito took in all of the Jinchuriki Bijou and became the Jinchuriki of all 7-tailed beasts in the Ghetto Mazo? It just kind of like what if stuff like that, but he did kind of imply that he thinks White Mask Obito beats Madara, and then Dygoknight was literally complete opposite, stark contrast, and he was like, you know how Dygoknight talks, he's like, yes, Madara would absolutely destroy Obito, and he's basically 9 minutes of just him shitting on Obito, and I like Dygoknight's video a little bit better. I did enjoy Daigo's better. Nah, we ain't down playing Heavy Sasuke, we up playing Genma here. Yeah, okay. Edo Hiruzen versus Pain. I don't think Hiruzen's all that, my boy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't think he's like that. Pain got it. I know TG's been on that Hiruzen hype train lately, but maybe he can change my mind one of these days. Kage Summit versus Sage Naruto, like a gauntlet. How far does Sage Naruto make it? Probably not even past the Raikage and his aides, to be honest. If you give him prep time, maybe he gets a little bit farther. Yeah, if it's Sage Naruto spawns in just by himself in Sage mode, no prep, he gets folded by the Raikage really, really badly. But if you give him prep and the Toads, he'll last a little bit longer. I'd say Naruto would make it until like Gaara or Onoki. Thanks for making me watch 2 ads. I should leave a dislike. Hey bro, I don't even control the ads. YouTube just puts some shits in there, bro. I don't even like, there's an ad button where I can insert ads whenever I want. I literally don't touch it. I don't touch it, bro. Like, I never insert the ads in here, bro. YouTube just does it. Kage Sasuke Susanoo squeezes the life out of Sage Naruto. Yeah. MS Sasuke does fold Sage Naruto pretty badly. I mean, Kakashi always said the QB influenced Naruto was stronger than him, and Sasuke at the Valley of the End beat a one-tailed cloak Naruto. Yep, that is definitely correct. I think Kakashi might still have the edge over CM2 Sasuke since he isn't stated to be on Kimimura's level of usage yet. Part 1, I mean. Is he ever stated to be on Kimimura's usage? I don't think there's ever such a statement like that. I'm not saying Sasuke is weaker than Kimimura. I'm just saying, like, when have they ever really been compared to each other? I don't remember that. Did Kikaku and Genkaku gain half of the Nine-Tails chakra? Most likely no. So you're saying Kid Sasuke greater than Part 1 Tsunade? Because I can get behind that. I mean, Tsunade with her hemophobia amp, yeah. Her fear of blood? Yeah, I think so. But like, whenever she's cured from that shit and she goes 100 healings, nah, definitely not. Bro, NCHammer pisses me off with the 5 Tails Boils releases Baryon mode take. What the fuck? There's no way he said that. Nah, I can't sleep on the heroes and hype. I don't know, man. I'm snoring right now. I'm out like a light. It's never stated they gain half. They're just stated to have Kurama chakra and can get chakra cloaks. Yep. Prime Hiruzen is the second god of Shinobi. This is backed up by Tobirama's name. Tobirama means the one that stands between two pillars, and those pillars being Hashirama and Hiruzen. Can we please get an ad button tap? You want to watch more ads? At least on YouTube, we have a skip ad button. Twitch forces you to watch 8 30-second ads, no skipping allowed. It's insane. Alright, well, it definitely was fun, but I think I should head out. I have been up. Bro, daylight saving times fucked me over, bro. I did not realize it was daylight saving time. I lost an hour of sleep and I went to bed like so late. I only got like 4 hours of sleep, bro. I literally got fucked over. So after this, I'm probably just gonna take a nap. Like, dead ass. I might just have to. But I appreciate Brian and Josh donating. That was real nice of you guys. Always coming through, showing me some support, blessing me on this Sunday afternoon. I appreciate all y'all for showing up, giving some time out of your day to have fun with me. I appreciate all y'all for being here. Do you think Minato loses to the version 1 Jinchuriki, or does he make it to the version 2 against all 6? Holy shit. I don't know. I'd say he makes it to the version 2, but that's about it. But yeah. I had a lot of fun with you guys today. Definitely fun reacting to both these videos. I think Dygoknight had the better one, but you know, NC's down but not out. He's only lost like the last 10 videos we've reacted to. He's still he still has a chance. Appreciate the timing of this live chat, much better than your previous times. Yeah. Well, if you guys haven't watched it already, go check out my latest video, Naruto versus Minato, the real winner, ? I think it's one of my best videos that I've made so far. I had a lot of fun making it. I'm pretty sure you guys will have just as fun of a time watching it. And I really hope you guys enjoy it, so be sure to check it out after the stream ends. But yeah, I've been up for a while, so I'm gonna head out now. Once again, thanks to all y'all for showing up. But